Hello and welcome to Dice and Demons. I'm Emma, and today we're going to be taking a look at a really cool new Seraphon model that has just been revealed on the Warhammer community page. And I am sorry in advance for my voice. I know it's a little rough. I'm a little bit, well, I have a bit of a cold or something, but I hope we can get through it anyway. So they have a video here showing the new model. I'm not going to be playing it just for copyright reasons. But the article says here, emulate your enemies with the sizzling Seraphon spawn of Chotec. And I think that sounds awesome. I mean, emulation and sizzling Seraphon spawn, what could be better than that, right? Just as the old one's great plan foretold, the mortal realms have aligned once again and delivered a glimpse of a new spectacular Saurian. This time a sacred beast created in the image of the incandescent Chotec, the Invigorator. Cool. Okay, and here we come to the great part, the model itself. So I have been saying for quite some time now that I really want a new salamander and or Razordon, and I think this is probably it. I think it says here, found in the most volcanic regions of the mortal realms, and hence all over Axi, where they're often hunted by fire slayers. I hate fire slayers. They're not allowed to hunt these magnificent beasts. They're not allowed to hunt my Seraphon at all. The spawn of Chotec are fire-spitting salamanders, which the Seraphon revere as the offspring of the sun god himself. Cool. I mean, I can understand that. If I could worship one of these things as a god, I probably would too. So it says here, the sun acolytes who handle these sour-tempered salamanders are marked for their duty from birth. When the stars flare and the spawning pools boil, the skinks who emerge are blessed with incredible resistance to heat, as well as frills that resemble Chotec's own sunburst. Okay, so that must be sort of the thing they have here on their heads, right? Those sort of frilly add-ons to their skulls or whatever. So you can just tell. These are the salamander handlers. That's cool. I like that. In between burning sacrificial victims alive. Awesome. That sounds like a very lovely way of spending your free time. Let's remind everyone, I think the Seraphon are the good guys, so if they're burning sacrificial victims alive, I'm sure they have a very good reason for it, because they are always the good guys. These disciples are tasked with raising salamanders, then sedating them with claw-toed venom and fitting Old One technology into their skulls. That sounds like a weird way of worshipping a creature as if it's your god. Didn't it say they were the Seraphon revere as the offspring of the sun god himself? Okay, so you sort of worship your god by sedating him with venom and then giving them bionic implants? Oh well, to each their own. I mean, I have a master's degree in the study of religion, so I know that there are a bunch of different ways of being religious, so who am I to judge, right? And again, the Seraphon are the good guys. These precious relics allow the sun acolytes to direct their choleric charges with light-emitting staves. Ah, look at this guy. He looks sort of toadish, like a bit of a toad, and then, of course, also as like a lizard. And I actually, when I first saw it, I thought it looked a little bit, well, heavy, not very dynamic. But on the other hand, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, if they are sort of spitting up venom or whatever they're doing, it makes sense that they would be sort of a little bit heavy, especially with sort of the front pouch here. And I really like the face. It looks so sweet. It looks like it's smiling at almost. I quite like it. I also quite like the different color schemes. I mean, of course, the black, orange, yellow thing makes sense when you're thinking about, I mean, a sun god and intense heat, and it comes from volcanic regions. But on the other hand, the blue one looks a little bit more magical, almost. I don't know. I like both of them, and I probably will paint mine, I don't know, blue, pink, orange, something like that. When a skink handler marks a foe with a dot of ruby-tinted light, the spawn of Chotec hawks a vicious glob of flame acid, that sounds gross, at the target. The ensuing splatter not only ignites immediately, it's caustic enough to leave victims vulnerable to further attacks. Awesome. It sounds like something you do not want to be hit by. Okay, so it says here it has a Fury Maw, Glob of Flame Acid, range 24. That's actually quite far for Age of Sigmar. That's cool. 1 attack, that's a bit of a bummer. 4 to hit, I hope you can get some kind of reroll for that. That would be cool, because, I mean, if you only have one attack and it's a 50-50 whether or not you hit, I mean, or at least I hope they come in packs of more than one, so you have more than one go. 2 to wound, that's awesome. 2 rend, very cool. And damage d6, well, I mean, on average that would be about 3 or 4, so yeah, again, if you have more than one of these and you can do some sort of reroll to hit, then I think it looks like a pretty cool unit. It also says here, this acidic saliva clings to its victims and continues to melt armor and flesh long after it has landed. Ugh. If any wounds caused by attacks made with a glob of flame acid are allocated to an enemy unit, subtract 1 from save rolls for attacks that target that unit until the end of the turn. The same unit cannot be affected by this ability more than once per turn. Okay, so that's cool. So you can sort of mark out a unit you particularly want to take out, and even though you might not be able to take it out with just this ranged attack, then you can afterwards go in with melee attacks and then get them beat down way quicker, because they now have a -1 to their save rolls. That's pretty cool, actually. And lastly, it says that's not their only trick. Foes who stray too close may find out what happens when skinks feed their pet salamanders some tasty emberstone treats. Okay, so they have more cool rules that they just haven't shown us. And then they say there are plenty more scaly creatures waiting to bask in the warm glow of adoration on Warhammer Community. Sign up for the newsletter so you don't miss the next prophecy from the old ones. Oh, I'm so happy that more stuff is coming out. I also really like the Astrolith Bearer that they revealed a little time back. These look just great. And I mean, it does. I don't think it says here, but I'm almost 100% sure these would be plastic, as compared to the old kit for the Salamanders and the Razordons that are fine cast, and they're just not great. I'm really excited to see whether or not these are, or curious to see whether or not these just come in, like, if you just have one in a unit, or if you can have multiple. I believe now Salamanders and Razordons can be in units of up to 3 or 4. Yeah, so I want to see that. I particularly hope you can get them in more than one, just if they only have that one attack on a 50-50 chance to hit. That would be really cool. I like these a lot. Oh, I like these a lot, and I also like the skink handlers. I think they're cool as well. I mean, I think this is a weird way of sort of worshipping a godlike creature that you sedated with venom and give them implants, and then make them spit acid globs at their foes. But I mean, who am I to judge? I think it sounds like a fun unit, and I definitely like the model here. It looks cool, and it looks like it would be a fun painting project. So yeah, what do you think? Do you like it? And particularly, what do you hope to see next for the Seraphon? I'm still hoping for a big feathered dino beastie, like a big beast. That would be really cool. I also would love to see some new Croxigors as well. That would be awesome as well. So what do you think? What kind of Seraphon do we need now that we've seen the Astrolith Bearers and the Salamander here? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!